Hello everyone, today I wanted to give my thoughts on what the ban list is going to be and what I think what they should hit and what cards should be hit on the ban list and if they should be, banned or limited and stuff. So I'm just going to get right into it. I think the first card that should definitely get hit. Herald of the Arclight. It's just Yugioh is just everywhere. And I think both decks on their own are fine and they're fun to play against, but putting them together it's a lot to deal with, and you have to really build your deck to beat it. I've been playing branded Yugioh, a different list, but the same idea of the one I uploaded earlier in the channel. With a heavier branded engine, but this deck sets up basically 3 Omni-Negates, or 2 Omni-Negates and a hand drip essentially, which is Murakumo, and it's really hard to out. And Herald, the times I beat the deck, it's if I draw a hand trap, it's fall in the Virtuous, hand trap them, they'll end on the half board, I fall in the Virtuous out the Herald, and then I'm usually able to break the board and beat them in the grind game. But just that deck is too prevalent. I did a remote regional this last Sunday of the time of recording, and I played 6 Yumi decks, 4 of them being Mitsuyami. So yeah, this deck is just everywhere. It's almost tier 0, and the amount that is played, obviously there's other strong decks like Draco and stuff, but this it just needs to go. The card needs to go. It's a Floodgate, it's an Omni, and it's just Highway Curry. So I think Yumi on its own can be a good deck. You need to play a whole bunch of non-engine, stop your opponent, and I think the deck should be fine, especially if you hit the other decks. Yumi will be a fine deck still. So then obviously we gotta hit this card. If you also wanna, because I think some people would still try to play the deck if we leave this legal. You'll just try to high roll into a Yumi name if you just open the Mitsu. So yes, and obviously you can play this with this facilitates you putting Mitsu into Malice or Orchest, because all you need to do is just mill a name, summon it, and then you can just access the rest of your engine. Let's see, I think another card that probably gonna have to go is Skull Dread. This just helps the Canadian Vanquish deck a lot more. And I think if we hit this and we hit K9, we can probably bring back Rosin to 3, I would say. That we could play more of a what's it called? A Vanquish deck, which I think is a cool deck, and it's they could probably run a smaller K9 engine just to supplement the deck. But instead of just one of my friends plays this, and then he you set up Ripper, summon 4 bodies. Obviously you're under protection from Nib with Ripper. Just go into Skull Dread and draw, or if you don't draw him, you can Imp from them on this, but not a lot of people are running Imprimus like Yumi. Yumi already has a good matchup in the K9 Vanquish Soul. So let's see. Then the next cards are all the more focused. Let's see. So we have, I would just say Barrier Statue of the Torrent needs to be banned. You could argue all the Barrier Statues to be banned, but these, they're not good because let's say Dark. There's you could hurt K9 Vanquish Soul with this, and Yumi could probably floodgate them out, but then you have other decks. So you honestly have to run both of these in the side deck or something, and I don't think they're gonna see play ever. They won't be as good as this or the other ones. Or if the whole meta is light or dark, then these are a lot more powerful. But if you have Barrier Statue of the Torrent as well, legal, that's not as good as these, which they got banned for a reason. I think this needs to go because these aren't as good. You can play, I play branded, I can play around both of these and just destroy them, or get rid of them and then just play without any problem. So then we have like the other. So the one card I think needs to go. It's on one, just ban it. Anti-spell. I've lost a few games just to this card because obviously I played Branded Dragotail. I have to use power spells to fuse, and like this commits this. It's a auto win card against Fendi decks. Like not just Branded and Dragotail, but like Mitsurugi. You need to resolve your fusions, your ritual spells, play the game. So it just needs to go. Now we see the other one that I have is the Harpy's Featherstorm, especially with Radiant Typhoon getting more support. And it might see actual play with the new link. This needs to just go. Just ban it. And then it's a turn skip card as well. And then I think the last one that needs to go is there can be only one. A lot of play. You could argue for Rivalry and Gozen, but I think you can kind of play around them. Like example, like Rivalry is not good against Yummy. It's not good against Malice. Not good against Branded. You could just play dragons. And then like Gozen, it's good against like Vanquish, but it's not good against Malice. It's not good against Yummy. It's not good against Branded. You can just play with his Starks or Lights. So this brand is gonna like you can probably leave those, but those probably should get banned eventually. Then the last hit sadly has to be Malice hit. If they don't have Malice, they'll be surprised because it's one of my favorite decks. I like the deck, but if they wanted to just see it stop, if they want to have it stop being, or if they don't want to see the deck being played anymore or getting like still being in the top decks because it's like the fourth best deck at the moment, you have to ban a name. So we can either ban Dormouse or Red Ransom, one or the other. I think maybe the hit they'll go for is Dormouse, which I've seen a lot of people say. This keeps the deck playable. It just you just get rid of its best starter. You have to do a lot more 2-card combos, or like, you know, run TB11 so rapid, so 1-card combo and stuff like that. If like they still want to see the deck be playable but not be as strong, like just ban the Dormouse, I guess. And those are the main bans that I have. So now we're gonna go to the limited part. So I think the first card is probably Jokul. Obviously, I think Izuna has a hand trap going into Lupus, right? And then like overlaying into like Ripper and Nash. Like Nash Knight I think is fine because like it's just, you know, you take one of your opponent's monsters and you can play around that. No problem, but like if your opponent opens Jokul, 72 monsters overlaying to Ripper, like you're now it's GG's, they've already won. Like you can hand trap them, or you have to like essentially trade 2 hand traps just again. Like it just makes going second against Kanan a lot harder. So if you open the one of Joko, like you're just good at the game. But it just makes it a lot harder to search. I think Izuna has a hand trap, it's a cool hand trap, so I think just leaving Izuna at 3 and putting Joko to 1 is fine. Now the other card that should come back is we have Fairy Tail Snow. Since the new stuff is coming out, just put it to 1. It's most likely what's gonna happen. Another card I could see coming back maybe is Heavy Storm. And I think it's legal in OCG and TC and Master Duel. It might not come back. It might, so I can see it coming back. Another card that well, personally I'd like it back, but I don't know if it will. But I can see it coming back is Fairy Anaconda. I think it doesn't. It's not like super prevalent in Master Duel, and that's the one of. For me, I can see people just like I can see this card being played, and like I can see people trying to experiment with it, but it not being super good because like you have to run if you want to like run a Dragon package or a DPE package, you have to put in so many cards, and that's like at least 3 cards you have to put in, and like two of those can be bricks essentially. Like if you put a Dragon package, you put Radius and Dark Magician, that's 2 vanilla bricks that like you don't want to see going first or second. So I think that this card can come back. Like if people want to play it, I think it's fine. I think the next 2 cards is Dracotel. So that'll be it for limited. I think I've seen other people like and maybe you could say this is biased, but I think out of the 3 decks, the deck that isn't like the most cancerous to play against, and you actually get good back and forth is Dracotel. So I think it's putting Cat 2 and Flaming Ninja 2. Both of them just lowers the power level a little bit, just like, you know, just makes it not as strong, I guess. It doesn't completely weaken the deck. I've seen some people say like, oh, maybe ban Flame, put it thoroughly onto 1, but no, that's like just killing the deck is. And like out of the 3 decks, I think it's the most fairest and stuff. And like obviously if your deck dies to getting turn 0 Famina and your Thalion, and then the opponent's Thalion bounce into your monster's back, then it's just not a deck that's competitive enough for the current top tier meta. And like you can, if you want to compete at the highest level, just play something else. That's my opinion in that case. Then I think for the it's like the unhits for unlimited, I think these two dragons, the Black Dragon, Color Serpent, and the, where is he? White Dragon. That's his name. White Dragon. Wyvern Question. Yeah. I think these 2 can just come back to 3. They're at 2. Nobody plays them. Just put them at 3. Like, there's no reason to keep those on the ban list. I think the other one is another card that should just come back to 3. Sharvara. Nobody's playing this in 80 decks. Put it back to 3. Let people have fun with like their pet decks and stuff. I think just to clear up the ban list also. Where is it? Yeah, Lacrima. The Fusion Lacrima, just put it back to 3. Like, nobody's playing more than 1. Like, I only play 1, but like, just put it back to 3, just take it off the ban list. Like, just, and then the other one is Summon Sorcerers, just put it to 3, I think, just cleaning up the ban list. And honestly, I think this is there's a couple other cards that could become unbanned, like, I think, actually, now that I think about it, this makes sense too. As we're going to be cutting Neo Sabers, I can see this coming back. Oh, what did I do? No, don't tell me okay, there we go. So yeah, MX Saber Invoker. Let me just put it back. And come back. Like, it's legal in Master Duel. They just played it like Argo Stars as a starter, with like the Terratop. And then, I think, yeah. I think for the most part, I think this is at least what I think the ban list should be. Realistically thinking, I can see the most realistic hits. You can see Hero being banned, and like that's what people have been really vocal about. But like the thing is, I'm not sure if they would want to ban this because like Yummy, that's like the strongest part of the pure Yummy end board. But like you have to like decide, like, do you want maybe you could ban the Zombie Vampire and then you see the Herald legal for pure Yummy, because like, yes, you can go Yummy into Mitsu, but then you couldn't be able to go from Mitsu into Yummy. Like, this makes the deck really inconsistent. So I can see that being done. This, maybe they hit, oh yeah, there's the other card. Before I forget, my English. Okay, so yeah, the last card, I think this should happen. Vanquish Rouse into 3. Maybe you can put in, where is it? Stakers. I think Stakers still can stay at 1. Like, yeah, we can put that to 3, put that to 1. And then what is it? Yeah, I think this. Maybe if like you hit the K9, you can probably not ban this, but maybe it's a card that just needs to be banned. This is a really good card. This definitely should be banned. This definitely should be banned. I think if they want to make the game a lot better, because like this card is cancerous, this is cancerous, this is annoying. Sadly, this is up to Konami if they want to keep balance in the format or not. And yeah, these I think I'm not sure about these 3, but these I think definitely will happen. These will maybe happen. Depends how Konami feels about Dragon Tail. I think these cards that should come off the ban list because yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I think you know, I have some different opinions compared to everybody else that's posted their own ban list, but I think for the most part, this is just my opinion. If you guys have any different things you think might happen, you can just put it in the comments, and maybe I'll read them and stuff. Thank you for watching, and peace.